Hi, I'm G4YVM and I've just finished building the little high-powered linear kit from Tim Walford of Walford Electronics. Now, when Tim says the high-power linear kit, it's high-power as far as QRP people are concerned. So this little kit puts out about 40 watts if you run it on 30 volts and maybe 20 watts or so on a lower power. I've built mine for 20 meters, although you can build it for any band you like. And if I drive it with 1 watt on 12 volts, then I get about 8 or 10 watts out, which is fine, isn't it? You can also build a little add-on kit of other low-pass filters and switch those in to make what is essentially a monoband linear amplifier, a multi-band amplifier. This is the little add-on kit, as you can see. It is exactly what you'd expect. It's capacitors and toroids. And so the little linear that Tim Walford produced sells for about 35 quid, I think. I can't remember exactly. And it looks like this. So that's the little linear. There's a couple of toroids that you wind, and the two devices, one here on a heatsink and one here on a heatsink, and they are IFR 520s. Now I built a linear before using IFR 510s, and that was a multi-band linear, and that worked very well. I'm just looking for it to show it to you, but I can't find it, so it doesn't matter. So, but this one is a monoband linear. And as you can see, mine's hooked up at the moment in the workshop just for test purposes. I'm running a little ammeter, and that's my homebrew power supply that I'm been using to drive it with, prior to trying to find a way of putting it in a case. So what have we got coming out of the linear? Well, we've got the antenna feed going in. That's from my radio, which in this case is the K2. We've got this here, which is the grounding lead, for QSK, actually, which is the whole reason I'm producing this little video, and that goes into the output of my K2 via a simple circuit which I built and put in there. Also coming out of the linear is the DC voltage in, obviously, and the antenna out, which in this case is going to my power meter and then to a dummy load. So putting this thing into a simple case, we'll simply need an external BNC input that will come out, and then the usual power, etc., etc. So not too difficult. So how does it work? Well, it works very well is the simple answer. And as I said, I really wanted to show you the QSK. You can hear the relays clicking with the QSK. If I turn down the audio on the main rig. So it works nicely, and Tim wasn't convinced it would, but it does, and it does work quite well. So there's no problem with QSK. That was at about 20 words a minute. See if we can make it run at 30. It might not do that. Let's see about that. No, doesn't like 30 words a minute. 25? Yeah, 25 it doesn't mind. So 25 words a minute, the QSK works fine. I tend to cruise around 18 to 21 normally. And it's perfect, absolutely perfect. So Tim Walford has got a very nice bit of kit here. How much am I putting in? Well, I'm putting in, oops, that was 2 watts. That's on 15 volts. And it stopped working. Why has it stopped working? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. No, it's just my my meter has failed for some reason. There's a connection come loose. But there we are. So it works very well. QSK Tim's little linear up to about 25 words a minute, if that's what you want to do. I don't suppose many QRP operators will run 25 words a minute because of the other issues that come to play, but there we are. It works jolly nicely indeed. So I'll leave that with you, and if you want one of these things, which is very good, Tim Walford, Walford Electronics, it's on the internet. Cheers.